This video is the continuation of the former video. WHO already on its own is very clear. It warns that a disease 20 times more severe, or less or more, that they coined Disease X, will come our direction. For sure WHO, just as all the others, have reasons to make such a serious claim, or rather such a serious alert. Assuming or thinking that WHO and others don't have reasons is like closing our eyes for, or turning our back to something that is well known amongst specialists and organizations and or what are facts and already happened before. Our examples were more related to health crises and related challenges, but most of our videos and series are related to security challenges related to food, ocean levels, energy, materials, fertilizers, economy and last but not least calamities and climate challenges. Further, whenever we see a chance, we point out the interdependence, associations, and their feedbacks between all these challenges. Closing our eyes for, or turning our back to, could be seen as a kind of complicity to the eventual extinction of 8 billion humans and or eventual collapse of their incomes. Economies and essential services have become more vulnerable because of the complexity of our so-called developed economies. All this while our real potential to thrive and solutions for any of our challenges are right in front of our eyes. At least on one occasion, Greta, a well-known activist at that time, pointed in the direction of trees as part of the solution, but she and the scientists that accompanied and confirmed her did not set through. The reasons for them not setting through are unknown to us. Even more enigmatic and of much longer duration was the Virgin Earth Challenge, which was a competition offering a $25 million prize for whoever could demonstrate a commercially viable design which resulted in the permanent removal of greenhouse gases out of the Earth's atmosphere. The prize was conceived by Richard Branson and was announced in 2007 by Branson and former U.S. Vice President Al Gore. Among more than 2,600 applications, 11 finalists were announced 4 years later. Several of these finalists proposed solutions related to biochar. Biochar ideally is produced by means of forest products. The production of biochar does not require any burning. In fact, it is the result of the not burning of forest products, often after the efficient production of electrical energy and or fuels, this amongst many other products and services. While biochar can be produced from a wide range of biomass, we mention forest products, because these are produced in mass by carbon agroforests and are what the Amazon AMERINDS used thousands of years ago to fertilize the Amazon forest and to build Amazon dark earth soils that are nothing less than an extreme sequestering of carbon dioxide that was removed from the atmosphere. These Amazon dark earth soils regenerate themselves even when explored, and still produce and cause relative extreme fertility hundreds or thousands of years after they were formed by the Amazon AMERINDS, while they also involve the sustainable production and application of biochar. As said above, our real potential to thrive and solutions for any of our challenges are right in front of our eyes. The only thing we need to do is to sufficiently understand these carbon agroforests, that can involve the production of biochar or not, and adapt these carbon agroforests according to modern practices and in function of our modern needs and lifestyles. There is no need at all to give up something that humans consider important today. For instance, we still will be able to live in cities and or urban and other types of communities, except we will be able to live wherever we live with unedited securities and superior quality of air, climate, life, etc. Our ancestors clearly thrived, and one of the proofs is that they populated the planet, and left continental-scale rich and self-regenerating soils, and their cremated ashes and skeletons in unexpected beautiful elaborated funeral urns right in the middle of over 2 meters thick man-made, with carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and rich soils, right under the most productive and biodiverse biome on our planet, which is the Amazon forest biome that is key for the removal of, or rather, transformation of, half of the carbon dioxide emissions, transforming them directly or indirectly in the main global climate regulator, which is the Amazon forest, and also key in prevention of calamities, food producer, wood producer, clean energy and fuels producer, this for South America, but also for all other continents. To put the same in a more simple form, carbon agroforests have the potential to produce roughly 100 times more of all what we need than what traditional agriculture, mining, and industrial processes can offer us, and that includes the healthiest foods and the most advanced and renewable fuels. The clear and abundant evidence our scientists are discovering, in relation to our ancestors, our past, our lost knowledge and our consequential enormous potential, in the most recent decades confirms this latter claim. The question is, why do we 8 billion humans not know about something so important for us, especially now we find ourselves in the midst of a clear perfect storm? This is even more unexpected, when one realizes, the so-called primitive Amazon AMERINDS seem to have been perfectly aware of this potential, and on top of that made abundant use of this potential. Without us ever being able to ask for it, they prove us that they were literally part of this potential, and they also prove us the sequestering would last at least 500 years, and even after 500 years or much more, the increased production of wood, food, and fuel, as well as the increased removal of carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere still goes on today, and incredibly as it is, this still today is a physical, producing and climate-regulating legacy of our ancestors. They also demonstrate their respect for the dead, their involvement in the preparation and cremation of ashes, bones, and mummies, including their belief in some form of reincarnation and/or eternal role in the circle of life. So why they saw the potential and why we are not able to see it? The short answer could be, because, contrary to our ancestors, we are blinded or blind to our potential, and on top of that we also are blinded or blind to the most important and relevant evidence of the past as well as some of the most relevant science of our own time. An analogy could be, we do not see the forest anymore, because of all the less important trees that are in front of us or are inadequately shown first to us, or we ourselves show inadequately first to ourselves while blinding ourselves to what matters most. In case you would like to see each individual's and our collective potential, as well as the solutions to our most important challenges, please assist our videos and series in this language and still 5 other languages, because we think we are amongst the few channels that really focus on exactly this, as well as on the for existence and for thriving essential action plan, which includes existing models. If a critical mass, across all groups, would just do the above, we 8 billion humans would be unified and reach all our objectives, which, almost obviously, are the same for all 8 billion humans. This video is part of a series and to be continued.